Hey guys, so this week I did something which I haven't done in a while and I left the house. And you can immediately tell that interesting things are going to happen when a story starts like that with me. The reason for this great expedition was because at my church there has been 15 missionaries that have come down from Texas, and some of you guys are probably watching this, so hi! Anyway, so I was hanging out with these guys for about a week maybe, on and off, because like I said in the last video, I do stuff these days. Who knew? So for the duration of their stay, they've been shown around like Cardiff and Bristol and London and all the nice little touristy spots, and I joined them for quite a lot of the time that they were around. So I think on the last day, or like the last full day they were going to be joining us, they decided to go on a day trip to, you know, just see London and, you know what it's like and everything. And I figured I'd try and join them for that, because, I mean, I like London and they might need someone who actually knows the area. Vaguely. I wasn't much help. I got lost. But it sounded like fun, so I went along. And it was really cool when we were talking to each other, because you could tell that there was just so much that we were learning about each other's culture and about each other personally, and it was nice. Like, I don't get to teach people, like, British culture ever, really. I mean, I barely leave the house and I don't know much about British culture. It was great to be able to show them all the favourite things that I like about the city. And I likened it to how if you rewatch a TV show or like a favourite movie or something that you've seen like a million times before, but when you're watching it with a new friend who's never seen that before, it's really exciting just to see their response to the thing that you love and you know so well. I think I went off topic for a bit there, but anyway. This is the list of things that I think the Americans have learned from being in Britain. Number 1. So during the day that we spent in London, we went to visit the dungeons, and it basically takes you through a guided tour of, like, significant events in history. And I think it started with the story of Guy Fawkes. Like, I think that's the first story you get told about when you go in there, which is, you know, the whole remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. I see no reason why gunpowder and treason should ever be forgot. And it was really cool that they explained how they didn't find the, like, 30-something barrels of gunpowder until the second time they found Guy Fawkes in there, because I think he was like a patrol person or something. Like, he wasn't a important part of the plot, because in the tour they sort of played up his role so much more, just like, oh yeah, he was the one who was supposed to be setting the thing alight, he was the leader, he was the plan maker, he was like the key essential cornerstone in the plot. But as far as my knowledge goes, that's not right, assuming that knowledge is correct. I should really have looked this up before I said this. Number 2. The Queen does not live in the palace, or at least not as regularly as people think. Her actual home is in Windsor Castle, which is just outside of London, maybe? Wow, I should really have... Man. It does make me wonder though, because if you can take guided tours around the palace and around Windsor Castle, I would assume that the Queen's bedroom would be on the list. I mean, maybe it wouldn't because, I don't know, security and stuff, and that would also make sense. I don't know about you guys, but after a long day of doing all the queenie things with the royal people and the uptight security and just all of that annoying stuff, when you come home you just want to get undressed, get into bed, and relax. But you can't do that as the Queen. Like, just imagine if you left something out during one of these tours that are coming around and they just see, like, the Queen's bras or the Queen's pants just strewn across the floor. I mean, it'd be funny, but you can't leave anything around. And that must be so annoying, just to not be able to leave any kind of dirt or any kind of sign that you're an actual person because you're the Queen, and heaven forbid people would associate them to be, like, just another person, not some weird alien sent from heaven. Is that how it works? Aliens are from heaven? Yes. Aliens are from heaven. Angels don't exist. What? No, they're aliens. Conspiracy! Number 3. If you've ever been on the internet, you would have seen the comparison between American slang and British slang and how none of it makes any sense and barely anyone actually understands what the hell is going on in any kind of slang. And one of these slang words, or I guess it's slang, is potty, because I completely forgot that people actually say this, and apparently it was mentioned by one of the older people in my church to one of the Americans. And they were like, what? What does that even mean? In translation, being potty about someone basically means that you're mad about them, or you're crazy about them, or you just really like that person. And I found it really funny because I'd completely forgotten that British people actually use this to talk about people that they like. Just, oh yeah, I really admire this person, I will compare my love for them to a toilet. Like, sure, yeah, that makes sense. Number 3? Maybe? Golf, cricket, and tennis. 3 sports that are completely different and not at all connected to each other. You don't use them in the same game, it doesn't work like that. Like, you don't play cricket with a tennis bat and you don't play golf with a cricket bat. Although that would be really cool to watch and would probably get you some more distance on the ball. The reason I have to explain this one is because I don't know what it was that we were walking past, but there was like a big tent displaying some sporting event, which is probably a huge thing that's going on and I'm completely missing because I don't like sports and I don't follow sports in any way, shape or form. But there was this little symbol that had the cricket bat, the tennis bat and was it the golf club? And one of the Americans asked me if they were all played together, if you played tennis with a cricket bat, etc, etc. And I had to explain, no, that's not how it works. But I would love to see a game which includes all of those sports. Can you imagine how pissed off the golfers would be with the tennis people just like running over everything constantly, like, no, don't walk on the grass. It makes dents, it makes bumpy bumps. I am gonna get a bunch of golfers who hate me now. Yay! Number 5. Burgers were technically invented in England, or at least the sandwich was. So the story behind this is that a guy named Earl Sandwich was playing a card game with his friends and got a bit peckish while he was playing. And he didn't want to stop the game to just have a snack because, dude, that's really inconvenient and their idea of a snack was just a slab of meat. So he called for one of the servants to put a piece of meat between 2 pieces of bread, or loaves I think it may have been. And the purpose of this was so that the grease of the meat wouldn't get on his hands and he would still have one hand free to eat while the other was free to play. I'm explaining how to eat a sandwich. I didn't think I'd be doing that today. Anyway, that's where the burger originated from. So those are things that I found interesting about the differences between our countries. And hey, if you know any cool differences between your country and someone else's, whether it's America, England, Canada, China, Japan, Korea, whatever your nationality is, I love to hear about the differences and the similarities between countries. So feel free to write it down in the comments and I would love to hear that. But that is all for this video, so thank you for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye!